Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight we have to talk about it because why does social media mean so much? Because you see all those images, and the most people ask themselves the same thing. Do you want to be rich? Well, talking won't work. You know how we do it around here in the SSN Nation. Your work ethic makes the results. And welcome to the SSN Wednesday night live stream. Stop struggling now. Gear, check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream and members only chat this evening. That's right, members with the icons are the only ones that can be in the chat room. Everybody else, you can watch the live stream because if you want to be rich, like I said from the outset, talking won't work. Reading and writing won't work. You're going to have to put in some work, ladies and gentlemen, to get the results that you want. And we're going to talk, of course, about that and how to make it happen in your lifetime. That's right. Everybody can be wealthy and rich and have income coming in. You just have to start putting in the work. And I'm telling you right now, just like a doctor says, when you get sick and says, drink plenty of water, call me in a few days. Well, when it comes to the SSN Nation University, it goes something like this when it comes to wanting to be rich and wealthy. Put in the work for 2 years, then call me. That's how it works, ladies and gentlemen. Well, let's see who's in the house tonight. Auntie Val is here with the icon next to her name. Good evening, fam. She's got the tagline, love, and she's got the muscle going down for the strength, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here, Auntie Val. I appreciate it. Esteban Opio, the newest member of the SSN Nation on the channel. Welcome to the Wednesday night live stream. Good evening, Eric. Good evening, family. Good vibes. Thank you so much, Esteban. Nice to see you once again. Thank you so much for your support and becoming a new member of the channel. And Diesel Mike is in the house. He has the icon next to his name as well. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream with members only chat. Thank you so much for being here. His tagline is in effect. Good evening, Eric and SSN family. Thank you so much once again. Good evening to you. Victor Marrero's in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream. And of course, since it's members only chat tonight, he has the icon next to his name. Thank you so much for being here. And his tagline, hello all, let's do this. That's right. Thank you so much, Victor Marrero, for being here once again, ladies and gentlemen. He's here. Other people are here. There's people watching. And oh, by the way, please smash that like button. You know why? Because the YouTube gods need to know somebody's watching the live streams and show us some love eventually. But nonetheless, once again, we have to talk about this because time and time again, social media, entertainment is all built just like a casino. It's all built on a few people showing you pictures in time, showing you videos in time. You know what I'm talking about. What does rich really mean? Why don't you Google rich? Something very interesting is going to come up. You'll see a pattern. I'm not going to tell you what the pattern is, but the pattern starts out like cars, nice suits, nice dresses, nice boats, nice homes when you look under images. But really, is that what rich is? Because when you really start thinking about it, people are buying objects to sacrifice and take the place of happiness, right? when you really start thinking about it, what makes you happy? See, people say, well, me buying clothes makes me happy. Me buying jewelry, me buying cars, me buying houses, me buying all this stuff makes me happy. Well, I have news for you. If that was the case, you wouldn't have millionaires and billionaires ending their life, would you? So there must be something more to being rich and wealthy. Think about it. So the point is, we have to start somewhere. We're going to start in OC land. That's ordinary citizens. OCs, ordinary citizen. That's what it means. Ordinary citizen land for everybody new here, where we don't have any money, right? So you have to start somewhere. And you know what's going on in these 2020s? People are trying to take shortcuts. Why can you take a shortcut? Because let's face facts. We live in the era of microwave. Everything can happen tomorrow. I can invest in crypto when it's $3,000. Now all of a sudden it's 60. Okay. So it created a few people that made thousands, millions. So be it. But only a few people were in. Then you run across, well, the real estate. That's went up almost double in certain areas of the country, and somebody bought real estate. So yeah, they made a good amount of money on that. But see, that's not really being rich. Being rich is happy, having free time on your hands, enjoying your life. That is rich, ladies and gentlemen. So now, how do you maintain that? You have to have streams of revenue coming in, which is what we always talk about here in the SSN Nation. All right. And of course, if you missed that last video that I dropped talking about Wonderland, courtesy of Victor Marrero from the Monday night live stream, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about 50-something% interest on your crypto. Yes, it's risky, but 50,000% annual percentage yield. Let's get real. Even somebody putting in $500 to $1,000 could end up with high 5, 6 figures if they're able to maintain this. And not only that, I'm going to show it on the screen because it's even gotten crazier. It went up to like 59% APY today, 59,000% APY, which is insanity. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know how this is calculated. I don't even know how they're ever going to maintain this. What I do know is if anybody invests in this and in 45 days, literally 1.5 months, you get your money back to break even. So you have a choice to make in 45 days. So as long as this thing lasts 60 days, 2 months is the risk factor in this. In 2 months, you doubled your money. Now you're going to have to make a choice at this point. Do you want to leave it in and let it ride like a casino? Or are you going to sit there and take some out and then let the rest of it ride? But either way, we are talking about, do you want to be rich? Because if you do, that means you have to start learning right now, ladies and gentlemen, about crypto. That may be a path to your riches and wealth, right? Some of you might be saying, well, no, Eric, I don't want to do crypto. Maybe I want to do real estate. Well, you're going to have to search the channel for real estate videos because once again, you can get into real estate. You don't need money. You don't need credit. There's no barriers to entry. But what you do need is to be able to get money from somewhere, whether they're using other people's money or using your own money or using the credit card money. Either way, you're going to need money. And to maintain, you're going to need money coming in, meaning streams of revenue. So these are the work ethics that you're going to need to put forth. Always learning, being diligent when it comes to information. Nobody knew how to do. Look, Victor Marrero talked about Wonderland on Monday. Monday night after the live stream, I'm sitting there like, wait, how does this work? How can I get in on this? Then I had to find out. I put a video out yesterday. This is what you have to do, ladies and gentlemen. Take a risk. That's part of being rich and wealthy. If you don't take a risk, you can't be rich and wealthy. Let me know if anybody saw this thing about Amazon. Jeff Bezos, who has that famous picture where he's sitting in some little office that's basically 12 by 12. And then he has a handwritten sign with it over him talking about a banner that says Amazon.com. That's Amazon 1992 or something. But a lot of people think what they see Amazon at now, they're thinking, oh, he was lucky. He just somehow made it work out. No, ladies and gentlemen, he actually put in the work. Well, it kind of does help if your parents give you like $150,000, $200,000. Let's face facts, right? But the fact of the matter is, just because they gave him money still doesn't mean he's going to be successful. He had to spend long hours in his 12 by 12 cubicle in his office space, trying to get deals done, trying to get products that he could buy from China or around the world less than they were selling to stores. So then he can put it up there, and he wanted to start with books. And his book empire expanded to what Amazon is today. But again, if he would have given up at year 1 or year 2, you would know nothing about Amazon right now. All right? Put it plain and simple. And a lot of people in America, they don't want to put in the work. And then talk about why am I not successful? How come I'm not rich and famous and wealthy? There's a reason. You didn't put in the work. And this myth about people rich and famous, they're famous now. They're rich now. How many years did it take them? You don't hear the story that it took them 5 years, 10 years. You know nothing about that. You only hear the end result. So their timeline is different than your timeline. So somebody else starting out, they're way ahead of you, 3 years ahead of you, and they have the houses, the cars, and all this other stuff traveling all over. You're going, man, how can I do that? And then you're out here buying courses, buying books, paying people to go to webinars and seminars, not realizing it took 4 years, 5 years, 6 years to get where they were at. In some cases, 10 years. That's how it works, ladies and gentlemen. You just don't open up a can and everything is working. You're going to have to put in some work to make it work. All right? So that's the little spiel to start with. Do you want to be rich? Of course you do. But you can't talk about it. You can't read it all day. You can't sit there and watch it all day. You're actually going to have to put in the work, the hand-to-hand combat. And I'm very proud to mention there is one thing. If you guys missed I wish I could remember which of the Daymond John series it was, which part it was. I think it was part 2. And there's a terminology that he used that I've never heard anybody else use. You guys have heard me from day one, 3 years ago, use this word hand-to-hand combat when I was referring to when you are out here trying to buy and sell and make things happen, and it's hand-to-hand because you're going person to person or door to door, or you're out here just trying to get your videos up. That's hand-to-hand. So people, that's what I call hand-to-hand combat, right? Daymond John is the only other person that I heard use this terminology. And in his, I think it's on the part 2 of the video, the interviewer starts going, yeah, you know, when you're out here trying to sell your FUBU, how did you actually get it going? And he used the terminology, yeah, I was doing hand-to-hand. What he meant is the same thing I meant. He's going door to door. He was going to rapper saying, hey, because he's in New York, hey, why don't you wear my FUBU gear? And they're like, well, you're going to give me some? Well, he only had 1 or 2 or 3 of the gear. That's it. That's all he had. It's not like he had made 20 or 30 of these things. He literally only had 1 or 2 pieces of something that said FUBU on it. And then he would just give it to the different rappers so they would wear it on the videos and stuff. That was it. Everybody around the world thought because they saw it in the rappers' videos that it was all over worldwide. It wasn't. So he still had to go hand-to-hand, going to the flea market, selling hand-to-hand. People walking up, FUBU, check it out. You guys getting it yet? How long did it take? 1 year? No. 2 years? No. 3 years? No. Sacrifice? Yes. He even rented out his home. He was doing Airbnb before there was Airbnb. He had roommates at his house, the headquarters for FUBU. Are you guys getting this yet? You're going to have to put in this type of work too. You might even have to sacrifice. But how many people are willing to do that? Guess what? Less than 1%, less than 10% of the population is willing to put in work, go hand to hand. That's what it's going to take, ladies and gentlemen, especially in this era. And I see we have a lot of people in the chat room. Look who else is showing up. Mr. Evans is here on the SSN Wednesday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here with the icon next to his name. Good evening, everyone. Thank you once again, Mr. Evans, for being here. Appreciate your support. Curtis Davis, Mr. Financials in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream. Good evening. Good evening to you too. Ani Val, Clemma, DAO looks just as good as same management just launched. Yes, I heard about it. I just don't know what Klemma really is. Is this same management as who? Are we talking about management as in, how could I forget? Olympus, DAO. Now we have a Klemma. Well, we're going to have to look into it, Auntie Val. Of course. TAN, Tesla, Amazon, Netflix. There we go. Exactly. All of them. Netflix. They were in the Netflix story is the wildest one ever. These guys did their little, we'll mail us a DVD. We'll mail you back the next movie DVD. That was how they started out. In the mail, ladies and gentlemen, 2 or 3 days later. It was crazy. They thought they were going to try and sell their company to Blockbuster. It's seemingly like a perfect fit because Blockbuster was on videos. So everybody knew you had to change the DVDs because it was able to hold more storage on it. So they go and try to sell it for something like 70 million or something low number. I don't know the exact number, but it was low. Blockbuster was laughing at them. Ha, ha, ha. We don't think so. What are you smoking? What are you doing out here? No, we're not going to buy you. Blockbuster is gone. People probably don't even know who I'm talking about. Blockbuster, gone because they were VHS tapes. That was their business. They didn't want to evolve. They were saying, oh, we're good. Well, they're gone because they didn't want to learn anything new, didn't want to invest in anything new, thought VHS tapes for some strange reason was going to be around for another 20 years. Craziness. And now Netflix, let's just call it what it is worth about 10 times as much as Blockbuster ever was. And it's insane. But the guys at Blockbuster, even after putting in work, they were willing to bail out and be like, I'm out. Here, Blockbuster, buy us. That was their whole thing. It's crazy. All right. Let's see what else we got going on tonight. We're going to have to find out about this Klemma, or however you pronounce it. Yes, I saw that. Yeah, it looks like Klemma DAO. Also looks like there's no minimum requirement either. Also with the high percentage return, need to do a deep dive on it. There you go. Exactly. I have a feeling it's going to go along. It better not look just like Wonderland, because Olympus DAO Wonderland literally looks like the same software. So if Klemma DAO looks like that software, then I know something. All I know is nobody can keep these returns up indefinitely. That's all I know. So we're going to find out about it, look at it a little bit tonight, just like we did on Monday, looking at Wonderland. And then on Tuesday, invest in Wonderland again. And just so everybody knows, hello, Auntie Val, Diesel Mike, sacrifice. There you go, Diesel Mike. There's always this thing about sacrifice, right? Everybody says, I got to sacrifice. Some people think sacrifice is like, well, because I don't have the money, I'm not going to eat. Okay, that's a little sacrifice. Some people may say, well, I'm going to work 20 out of 24 hours. Some people consider that sacrifice. All of that is sacrifice. But the point of the matter is, when you sacrifice, that doesn't mean it's going to turn into anything good. So in actuality, you are going to have to put sacrifice in the mix. Just like if you work just the amount of hours. So if you're an entrepreneur and you work 16 hours a day, that doesn't translate into you're winning. That just means that's part of the process. Sacrifice, part of the process. The actual over 8 hours you're going to be putting in, that's part of the process. Some people say, oh no, Eric, I can't put in this 10 or 12 hours because I'm just going to work with somebody else. At least I know I have a paycheck coming in, and I know I have a 401k that I contribute to, and I don't have to worry about health. Well, a lot of businesses don't do healthcare, but a lot of businesses do. They say, I have my healthcare. So I'm just going to stay in this nice little groove right here. Nothing wrong with that. But I damn sure am not going to those same people asking them for business advice. Are you serious? Again, I turn that sacrifice into business advice for the W-2 workers, right? The 9-to-5 workers, as I call it. I mean, that's kind of crazy. You want to start a business. You turn to your 9-to-5 colleague and say, hey, this is what I'm going to invest in. This is what I'm going to do. They're like, oh, no, that's risky. Why would you do that? Play safe. I'm like, come on, man. That's not the people to talk to. You have to talk to other people, entrepreneurs, SSN University, SSN Academies here. Sacrifice means missing out on stuff early on. That's correct. Like partying, drinking, going to eat, having a social or romantic life in favor of something bigger and better. Hey, that's the way to look at sacrifice. But you know what? Actually, when you are, as you get older and you start really making money the real way, as I call it, you will find out this thing about this little ritual that you thought was cool when you were 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 25, going to clubbing, out to these parties, doing all this every Friday, Saturday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now all of a sudden you're sitting there like, wait a minute, I don't have time for none of that. I got to stay ahead of my competition. I'm over here studying. I'm not out here partying. And furthermore, now you're realizing, hey, wait a minute. Did I just spend like $500 at the club? I could have bought $500 worth of stock. I could have bought $500 worth of Amazon stock when it was $3 a share, but I was too busy partying. I could have bought crypto when it was $50 a coin, but I was too busy out here spending $500 at partying. And I could have bought, oh my God, I could have bought 50 coins that weekend. That would be worth millions now. That's what happens. So as Diesel Mike says, it's like the partying and drinking. Yeah, drinks, $10 a pop, $8 a pop, right? Going out to eat, $60, $70, $100 for dinner, $150. All that romantic life, going to buy the flowers, the roses, the clothes, the jewelry, the whatever. All of that money went into a black hole, non-retrievable, went to nothing. If you were to put that money into your future, what difference does it make if you spent $500 on a weekend on this, all these things, partying, drinking, going out to eat, and putting $500 into, let's call it this Clima DAO. I don't know how to pronounce it, if it's Clima or Clima DAO. You could have just put 500 in there and let it ride. If you're just going to throw money in a black hole, but see, a lot of people don't think like that. Right now, it's Friday night. People are out there already getting dressed up, going to buy clothes, getting ready to go to the club, already at the club up on the East Coast. Got their VIPs, right? 4 years later, when everybody was like, hey, we told you to buy crypto when it was 35,000. We told you to get some when it was 40,000. When it's 200,000, everybody's going to be like, man, why, what was I doing? You were out here partying. That's what you were doing. Everybody has their chance, ladies and gentlemen. It's just some people, they say they want to be rich, but are they going to be rich? Because your habit, your work ethic is going to result on the outcome. All right? That's how it does it. That's how it works, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, the live stream from them was impressive. Carbon credits that industry must have, plus the Olympus bonding model. Oh, my God. Carbon credits. All right, Auntie Val, you know you're going to have to drop this video, right? Where's this live stream at? I mean, is it on YouTube? Is it something you can give me that you can send me in my email and I can put a link to it in the chat? Let me know. Or if there's a Clima, somebody let me know how to pronounce this. Klima. That could be Clima or Clima. So phonetically put it in the chat to let me know if it's Kleema, Klima, or climb like climb, Klimb, except Clima. Let me know if that's what it is. Yeah, that's going to be, yeah, that model that they have with the bonding is serious. A difference between business sacrifice, success versus safe, secure. That's pretty much it. Exactly. Everybody can live with the safe. Nobody wants to take the risk. There's a limited amount of people that are willing to take a risk. And who's going to bet it all like when they're at a casino, right? Who sits there and says, you know what, I only have like $800. You know what? I'm going to put $500 or $600 into this risky investment. Most people will not do that because that's their risk tolerance. What they'll do is they'll say, okay, I can risk $200, $300, but no, I'm not going to clean my bank account out and go invest in this. But yet I'm at a casino and I have seen people bring in tens of thousands of dollars, lose it all, and then go over trying to get money wired, going over to the ATM machines, trying to get even more money out in a black hole. It's incredible. All right, if you're buying drinks versus Apple stock, foolishness. There you go. Hey, but as we speak right now, there's millions upon millions of people who are ordinary citizens who are right now at the club spending all kinds of money and have not invested in anything. Nothing. And don't have any problem with it until 20 years later when they find out the cost of bread, instead of it being 35 cents, it's $4. All right. Instead of an apartment costing $1,200, 15 years from now, after all your partying and stuff, you find out that $1,500 apartment is now $4,000. See, that is what's really unaccounted for. And after what's about to happen right now in the next, 6 to 12 months, it's going to get really crazy. It's going to be real crazy. Okay, Klima. Okay, so it's Klima is how they pronounce it. Very nice. Thank you so much, Auntie Val. Appreciate that. You are today wealth, profession, a summation of yesterday choices. Exactly, Curtis Davis. Thank you so much for saying it in a different way. Exactly. What you're doing now is going to be the response later, whether that's 2 years from now, 3 years from now, or 5 years from now. So that's how it works. You can't turn on the faucet. You have to put in the work now. What you did yesterday, the day before that, it's a stepping stone all the way along, just like Mr. Financial's talking about it now. DJ Robbie D from Philly's in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream. And he has the icon next to his name. Thank you so much for being here. And he says, "What's up, SSN Nation?" That's right, ladies and gentlemen. He's in the house. Eric, I posted a question on crypto taxes, but for some reason you keep skipping it. Is it my setting? Okay, hold on. Let me see if let's see. Did I miss it? No, deep dive. Hello. No, it's not. There must be there's a word. Okay, so there's certain things, there's words, but asking about taxes shouldn't block. It's not here. But I do see the 0% also with the high return, but that was based to that Klima. And after that, no, nothing. So there's a word or something that's being blocked. There's certain words that are blocked in the chat room, but normally just asking about taxes, that's not even a thing. So hit it again. Yeah, it's not showing up. That's strange. That's something new. Oh, by the way, did anybody see the trailer today before the video? Let me know if anybody saw a trailer, and let me know if anybody received notification of the live stream. Because once again, I didn't receive any notification myself. Jeez, since July now. Crazy. All right, but let me know about that. But crypto taxes. Okay. Here's what I know about crypto taxes. I don't know what the question is, but the crypto taxes is plain and simple. When you withdraw, when you sell your coin, that's a taxable event. So that's what it basically is. And it's even worse than that, because we're going to be in a situation where, let's just say for the sake of argument, that the strong blocks and the Klima, the Olympus, and Wonderland, let's just say all that actually happens. So let's use a simple thing like $1,000. And now in your account a year from now, let's say it's $70,000. No, that's non-taxable at that point. But now you say, I want my money. Now you're going to transfer your time back to AVAX. Still good. Then you're going to transfer your AVAX to, let's say, Coinbase. You're still good. But then you're going to do the infamous withdrawal. $70,000 withdrawn taxable event, capital gains. That's what I do know. In fact, let me go do something real quick. I'm going to pull this up. Let me see if anybody does a quick. Let me see if I can find out something that's quick. Here we are right here. In fact, I have it. Let me go pull this up. I'm going to pull this up on the screen where I just did Google, because it's going to end up being a taxable gains, capital gains tax. Oh, I have a bunch of videos. Okay, hold on. Okay, this is interesting. Crypto, here we go. Crypto taxes. All right, here we go right here. If you guys can see this. Okay, crypto tax rate for federal taxes is the same as the capital gains tax rate, right? Okay, in 2021, it ranges from 10 to 37% for short-term taxable capital gains. And here we are again, 0 to 20% for long-term capital gains. So it works just like stocks. Okay, anytime a taxable event affects your cryptocurrency investments, you are obligated to report these on your taxes. So I'm going to pull up this. I assume this is a chart, but I can't tell what this chart is. But it's all based on how much you make on in money in the first place. In fact, there we go. That showed a chart. I don't know where this chart came from. TaxBit blog. I guess you guys probably can't see this chart that good, but yeah, okay, you can see it actually. All right, so here's your tax bracket, and that's going to determine how much you pay in capital gains in 2021. This is the new 2021. So here we are. If you make 40,000 to 86,000 single, if you're married, it can be 81,000 to 172. You're going to pay 22% capital gains. So now that $70,000, 22% is 14. What is that? 15, something like that. Yeah, it's 15.5. So you're going to have to pay 15,500 in taxes somewhat. It's a stair step type of thing. All right, 10, 12, 22. So I'm just saying 15.5, but it'll be under 15.5, quite frankly, because the up to 19 is 10%, then up to 81. Oh, so I'm wrong. Actually, it's 12% for married at 77,000. Well, actually, it's not even like that now that I'm thinking about it, because it's going to go by how much you make on wages. So if your wage is 19,000 to 81,000, you're going to pay 12%. Most people are going to fall in this 19,000 to 81,000. This is short term. This is within a year. So you have Wonderland, and right now you started what? October 20th. October 20th of 2022, October 21st, you're going to be under long-term capital gain. So none of these numbers on the screen will matter. It'll be reduced because you're only going to pay like 10 to 15% at that point. But short-term wise, if you cash out before a year, what you see on the screen is what you're going to have to pay. So if your income is somewhere between, let's call it 81,000 to 172,000 as a joint couple, married couple, then you're going to have a 22% taxes on that 77,000. Well, again, I'm just roughly saying it's 15.5. No, it's not going to be. It's going to be in the 12,000 category. So I'm all over the map today. But it'll be the 12,000 category, this category, because you only made 70. I'll say we made $70,000 in W-2 money. Now my capital gains is going to be 12% for that other 70, unless we're going to talk about that's going to be 144. Now we got 22%. Now we have issues. So there's a couple of ways you can do it, but you're going to have to see a CPA on this, because I'm not a CPA. Maybe we have one in the house. They can help me out a little better, because it's all going to come to a head next year. I have to admit, even for myself, that I'm going to have to deal with this big time. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, okay. I see what he's got. I think I got it now. Yes to both. Klima, I do receive it. Oh, Esteban, okay. Auntie Val, you received a notification from YouTube pop up. Wow, I usually get an email only. I don't. The pop up doesn't happen anymore. Glad to hear this, Esteban OPO. Thank you so much. I do receive it. Oh, right on. My question: any suggestions on how to keep track of crypto transactions for the purpose of doing taxes at the end of the year? I'm keeping a manual ledger, but it has to be an automated program. No, I don't know, quite frankly, myself. Maybe someone else will chime in. I also do a manual ledger. I have a feeling that it's going to be just like at the stocks. They're going to send you some info. Well, actually, I don't know. Coinbase, if you come out of Coinbase, I'm pretty sure they're going to be just like the stock guys. They're going to send you something. But again, this is a foreign territory because I've never really sold crypto and took it out. So that's the hardest thing. All I've ever done is move it around, not sell it. So it's very interesting how that's going to work. But I do it manually myself. I don't even know if there's going to be an automated system for that because you're going to have to enter the information anyhow, even if it's automated. But who knows? I'm sure somebody's got to have it automated. Tiffany Young, welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here with the icon. Hello, everyone. Hello to you too, Tiffany. Thank you so much for being here once again. Auntie Val, I would look to set up trust. Auntie Val's right on it. She's dead on it. Dead on it, ladies and gentlemen. Especially with something like in crypto, because it's even okay. A trust. It's good for having like real estate, homes that is free and clear. But in this case, having your crypto in a trust, that is also an awesome idea. Now, I don't know how you would set that up because on the crypto platforms, I don't believe they're going to run under your EIN and trust. I'm sure some of them will allow it, but specifically being connected with your EIN number, I don't know if they'll be able to do that. But if you can, that's where I'd be holding it. Hey, at Tiffany Young, right on. So, like stocks, buying, selling, trading is under capital gains and staking, mining interest as ordinary income, correct? As far as I know. But again, this is all foreign territory. Wait, I don't, hold on. Mining, staking. Let's see. I don't think it's ordinary income. Let's see. I don't think so. Yes, it is ordinary income. Yep. So therefore, now we have a situation. Actually, he answered the question that I wanted to know about. So that means if we have $70,000 and we do a $1,000 investment, it ends up being $70,000. 69,000 of it is going to be considered ordinary income. Wow, that is a problem. That is a problem. Here it is, right here. That's what it says. Cryptocurrency that you have received through mining and or staking rewards received by holding proof of stake coins. What's proof of stake coins? Okay, is treated as ordinary income per IRS guidelines. This means that you will owe tax on the entire value of your crypto on the day that you received it at your regular income tax rate. Again, there we go, at your regular income tax rate. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's very interesting. So, Morel, you have it down exactly right. So the staking and mining we're doing is ordinary income, which I did not know, which I was going to find out next year, I guess, but might as well find out about it now. Here we go. When reporting your earnings from mining, it's important to take into consideration whether you were mining cryptocurrencies as a hobby or as a business. If you mine cryptocurrency as a hobby, you will report the value of the currency or currencies that you earned as other income on line 8 of Schedule 1 earnings received. Schedule 1. Earnings received via staking rewards will also be reported as other income you can report this income within the program by going to federal income, less common income, other income. Now, if you run it as a business, then of course you're going to be doing it on your Schedule C and will be subject to self-employment tax. You don't want that because now you're going to pay 15.3% in self-employment tax as a pass-through. So it's a hobby. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. It's a hobby. Now, yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Tax, ladies and gentlemen. You're getting taxed. We're getting taxed, ladies and gentlemen. Now you know why they're letting crypto roll. That's why they're letting it roll. Now you know why. All right, Auntie Val, hope all is well. So the answer to the question, in fact, Marrero has it exactly right. Buying and selling crypto and trading is under capital gains. Staking, mining, interest income is ordinary income. That's it in a nutshell. That's it exactly. So that means that $70,000 that you're going to get by investing $1,000 from Wonderland after a year, it's going to be a problem because it's staked and it's rewards. Now, that's going to be based on your income level, but 70,000 puts you into a certain tax bracket straight up. So, and we have a progressive tax bracket. So you're going to have to probably give up 15, probably about 15,000, 15,500. We're still going to be in the same ballpark. Something like that, 15,500. I think $1,000 investment, and I give up 15,500 and still have 55 or 54,000. I don't know how anybody's going to be mad at it, other than the fact that's a lot of money to give up. That's all I'm saying. Auntie Val, hope all is well. Correct. So I am looking at Trust and the crypto Roth IRAs. There we go. There we go. That's going to be a must the way things are going right now. But again, I caution everybody about the crypto we're giving these APYs that are outrageous. Sooner or later, there comes a point where you can't do it anymore because they have X amount of coins liquid. So as long as that happens, where there's liquidity and all that, you're going to be fine. But as soon as they reach a certain level, certain amount of coins minted, the price is going to come down, or the APY has to come down. It can't stay up there. The exchange provide full statements on spreadsheets. I track the wallets manually, but there are services that track your crypto accounts and prepare docs for IRS. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, I'm thinking it's almost along the lines of when I was playing poker professionally, Marrero and everybody else, I don't know who else had it, but a lot of professional poker players, we actually had this automated thing. All you had to do was put in how much you started with, because it's a taxable event every time you play, right? How much you started with when you sat down, how much you left with when you got up. That's the session. And then that gave you what your profit or loss was. And then at the very bottom, it told you how much your IRS or taxes you would have to pay. So that's how simple it was. It was a simple automation thing, and it was actually online. And it made it nice and easy. And believe it or not, they stopped doing it. I was like, are you kidding me? But here was one of the drawbacks. When they stopped doing it, there never was a save feature. That's the crazy part. So even though it was online, we put in the info, you log into your account. Then after they were like, well, we're not going to do it anymore, all of a sudden it was like, wait a minute. They had all my info. I didn't have it manually written down. Well, I shouldn't say that. I manually write down everything. So, but I was still upset because it was so easy. Now I actually had to do the calculations myself. I had to actually put in the time, and put in all the calcs. So I was sitting there like, okay, I guess I'll just do what I was always doing anyhow. Because as a backup, you always need a backup. So as long as they have it online and they give you actual backups, then we'd be good. But I like that. So there's probably services. There has to be. Tiffany Young, I'll be back, guys. I just got a left from my bank asking if I made a charge on Coinbase today, which I didn't. Oh my. Went to look on my bank and have hundreds of charges from today. Whoa, that's not good. Holy smokes. Coinbase hack. Damn. Sorry to hear this. But at least you got the notification so they can reverse it. Or, well, your bank can. Coinbase, they got those holdups anyhow now. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that. That's not good. Another reason, Coinbase, that's not good at all. Welcome to the USA, land of the free, right? Home of the brave. Uncle Sam will never let you go. Exactly. This is why what I keep saying, everybody's out here going, yeah, I like to make 100, 200,000. Well, you don't realize the taxable situation that comes up. It's no joke. It's no joke. So the fact that all you have to do is turn everything into a business so you get tax write-offs, you can make the same 200, but then you can write it off a different way. And now you're not paying 200 on the overall amount. Now you have taxable deductions. So now your 200 turns into 130. So you pay less tax versus a person that makes 200 on a W-2. Huge difference. Robbie D, where do I get Wonderland? I missed it. Robbie D, we're going to talk about that in a second. I made a video yesterday about how to buy Wonderland and get stake rewards. All right. So if you missed that video, it's a little lengthy because it's not really simple. I can give you a simple version. Here's the simplest version I can give you. You have to buy Avalanche, AVAX. Okay. Go buy AVAX on Coinbase. All right. Then you have to go open up your MetaMask. First, you have to import the token TIME, TIME. You have to also set up the Avalanche network. That's the first thing, actually. Set up Avalanche. When you log into MetaMask, it's on the Ethereum network. You click on that Ethereum network thing, drop-down menu comes, and you pick custom RPC. Then you go to support at Avalanche, and you look up their network code. All I know is in the video I made yesterday, in the description, I gave a link to the support, and they have the RPC code and what to fill in. You can copy and paste it if it's on your computer and you're doing it with MetaMask. So then, once you get the Avalanche network on your MetaMask, and under the Avalanche network, you have AVAX, which is on MetaMask. Then you have to import the token or make the custom token, TIME, TIME. All right. Then now I can send AVAX to my MetaMask. All right. That's the first step. Then I go to Trader Joe XYZ. At Trader Joe XYZ, I have to connect to my MetaMask account. And then at Trader Joe, I tell them to swap. So I go in, swap AVAX into TIME. Then I pay the fee. The 1,050 cost me $39. Okay. That was the fee for the swap. And that swap changes and you hit max or whatever. And then it goes into your MetaMask. And now you have TIME in your MetaMask. All right. That's the first part. The second part, now you go to Wonderland. .money, I believe it is. Wonderland.money. All right. You go there. And then you hit stake. In fact, let's go over here. I'm going to go over here and show you this part because I actually have this up. All right. So we're going to come out of here and I'll show you so you can see what I'm not going to really help you much with this, but I'll just show you the screen so you know what it looks like. Where's Wonderland at? Okay, Wonderland. I think this is it. Let's see. All right, I can live with this. Let's see if enter app. I see. Not going to happen. Okay. Hold on. I guess I'm going to have to put it here. Opens up a new window. Here we go. All right. So once you get there, you hit enter app. Then this next screen comes up. All right. All right. So now you know you have time in your MetaMask. And from here, it's a piece of cake because you see that this says disconnect. When you haven't connected already, this will say connect. So once again, you hit connect. It's going to connect to your MetaMask. And then you drop down here and hit max, or actually you have to leave a little AVAX in your account, like 10 or 15 bucks. Because when you stake, they take out some AVAX. All right, just keep that in mind. But you open up, when you connect, it's going to connect to your MetaMask, and then you hit stake over here, and then hit stake here. And as you can see, my balance of time, I don't know what that is 0, turned into MEM. Is that right? Am I in the right? Yeah, I'm in the right place. And that's it. You're just going to hit, like I said, you just hit the max, and then stake time, hit this, and then it'll say pending over here. And then after 30 seconds to a minute, it'll come back to say this, stake time, and then you'll see numbers down here. So just so you know, yesterday, this said 16617 or something, 177. Now this says 172. Notice this 4 hours and 16 minutes rebase. Apparently, they're giving you rewards every like 8 hours. It's incredible. And yesterday, this is now 1,009. This was under 1,000 yesterday. So something is happening, and the APY today is higher, 58,000% instead of 56. I don't know what's going on or what makes this go up, but this is volatile at this point. But 9% in a 5-day period, that's pretty serious, ladies and gentlemen. Compounding. So this is compounding all the time. This is insane. Anyhow, hopefully that's it in a nutshell, Robbie D. All right? Or go watch the video from yesterday. That's the easiest way. Check out Mark Coiler. That's right, on YT. Gives great info on sheltering crypto and assets and trust. That's right. In fact, Auntie Val, before you became a member of the channel and found SSN University, I did a video on his book. The one that he actually still sells to this day, I talked about 2 years ago. Mark Coiler. I can't remember the name of the book. I usually have it on me. Let me see if I have it. No, I don't have the book on me. But yeah, the guy is great. I tried to get them as my tax attorney, quite frankly, my CPA. But because he talks about all these different things, their office is so busy, I couldn't get that what I wanted. So I ended up not having them as my CPA. But yeah, that guy's awesome. Awesome. Most definitely. So stacking with Strong Block, Olympus, and Wonderland is ordinary income. That's true. That's going to be a nice surprise at the end of the year, especially when adding your brokerage account. Hey, but at least it's not unrealized capital gains that they were trying to do out of thin air. So the only time you're going to have to worry about it is when you extract your money. So you can actually account for it beforehand. So like, for instance, the best case scenario would almost be like you're retiring over 60 and have no or regular W-2 money coming in. That would be your best scenario. Oh, man. Large gains due to crypto or other business profits is 2-year tax strategy plan with your accountant. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, my God. Yes, exactly. Taxes are important. The last thing we need is to get an IRS letter ordering an audit. You got that right, Victor Marrero. That's the last thing. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's unavoidable. The reason why I say it's going to be unavoidable, it's very basically this simple. If somebody got into Strong Block, Olympus DAO, or even Klima now and Wonderland, and you make $35,000, $40,000, $45,000 a year. And then all of a sudden you send them something that says you just made more than what you make in a year, but it's coming from this thing called Wonderland. You're getting audited. They're going to be like, wait, for the last 5 years, this guy made on average $45,000 a year. All of a sudden, he has something here that says he made $75,000. What's going on? You're getting audited. That's just going to be, that's a red flag, because you're going to be reporting it as ordinary income. They're going to be like, where did he get this from? You're getting audited. Trust me. No way around it. Let's put it this way. I would be getting audited. Okay, let's just put it that way. Curtis Davis at Diesel Mike, buying crypto or other huge gains due to business dealing for LLC normally requires revenue above 1 million. You really need an accountant to explain it. The gurus leave out detail. Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial, you are dead on the money. When you try to do stuff with financial institutions and you start saying, I want to open an account as a business, all hell breaks loose. Who's the officers? Where's your address? Where's your company address? Where's your social security number? We want all hell breaks loose. We want to see your bank account. What? My bank account? Are you serious? Yeah, we want to see your bank account. We want to see your statements. All kind of hell breaks loose. Man, you guys should see what Celsius sent over to me when I said, hey, man, I want to open a business account. I was just like, whoa, I'm sending you money. You're not getting all this info. This is crazy. There's no government. There's no place that asks me all this stuff. Sorry, not going to happen. Not for a little 8, 12% or whatever. That's craziness. And there's minimums, like Mr. Financial saying. At Robbie D, please try to do it on your PC. I had one hell of a time trying to turn AVAL in the time. Oh, that's another thing. Diesel Mike, thank you so much for bringing that up. Yes, doing that swap and doing all that stuff, I could not do it on my phone. It wouldn't connect. And he's exactly right. I had to do it on my desktop to do it. On the phone, it kept coming up error, or it wouldn't recognize it, even though things were open, even though on MetaMask, it was saying, do I want to connect to Trader Joe XYZ? I would say yes, and then it wouldn't recognize it. So I had the same thing, and I'm using Android. So again, yeah, you should be on your desktop or laptop. It makes it a lot easier. It actually auto-populates and open up MetaMask for you when it prompts. And just like on Wonderland, when you try to connect, it opens up your MetaMask to connect, and then you have to confirm the connection on your MetaMask. It's automated. On my cell phone, it didn't automate at all. It just saying I kept doing connect, and it would never connect. So that's how it is. Captain Jay's in the house from a long trip. Thank you so much for being here on the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream, and it's members only chat. And he has the icon next to his name. Thank you so much for being here. What's up, SSN family? I'm strong noted, staked and compounding on Wonderland and Olympus. Wonderland was easy, but Olympus was, yeah, shaking my head. Stupid hard to connect. Yeah, tell me about it. But congratulations, Captain Jay, making it happen, doing the damn thing. He's making it happen, getting all of that passive income, ladies and gentlemen. How many people getting that $70 a day now? Some people are like, what? What's he talking about? $70 a day is $2,100 a month, ladies and gentlemen, for those 10 coins you bought last month. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, anybody see what the coin price is on Strong now? $800. Auntie Val and me were on a live stream now probably 3 to 4 weeks ago, and it was $513, $515 for the coin. So even if you'd have bought some of the coins, you would still be up damn near, what is that, 50%? Yeah, it's 50. Yeah, you almost be 60% in a month just on the coin price. $800 today. Incredible. Incredible. Well done, Captain J, making that passive income money. DJ Robbie D, thanks for the info. You're welcome. I got it all done on my iPhone 12 Max, but it was not easy. Yeah, the phones make it hard. It makes it real hard. Most millionaires and billionaires never sell their crypto. That's right. But use collateral loans to extract equity. That's right. Then find other write offs when they execute sales of assets. One of many strategy. There we go. Once again, Curtis Davis, the Celsius Network Nexo, borrow against your assets so you never have a taxable event. I like it. And that is my philosophy. I'm going to tell you like it is. I like borrow and reinvest. Kick the can down the road. If you have to take the money out, taxable event occurs, then you're going to be happy. You made enough money. You got away with it all these years, but at least your money wasn't siphoned off due to taxes, and that's earning power that was stolen from you. At least you're not doing that when you borrow. So keep that in mind. But that is one of the many strategies. That's the main strategy. They just never take out money. They just borrow against their stocks. They borrow against their 401k. They borrow against all the house. They borrow against all their assets. And then they turn around and buy more assets and then borrow from those. And then even when you pay them back, again, that's not a taxable event. So it's all good. I like it. Correct, Curtis. Exactly, Auntie Val. He's on top of it, Mr. Financial. I wouldn't recommend doing Wonderland or any of these protocols with your cell phone. Hackers work 24/7. That's very true. Very, very true. Captain J, Victor Marrero, roger that. Yep, exactly. Exactly, man. It's crazy out here. And speaking of that, Tiffany apparently got hacked as we speak today on Coinbase. That's kind of major. Oh, by the way, what am I talking about? It's 1 hour in. I haven't even said smash the like button again because I like talking about making money, ladies and gentlemen, the passive income way. Because do you want to be rich? Then you're going to have to take chances. And what we're talking about here, some people might be going, what's he talking about? Wonderland, Olympus DAO, Klima. Wait, what's all this? Strong Block? That's right. In case you're new here, there are places in crypto that you can earn 300% a year or more. How about 7,000 APY? Annual percentage yield is what we're calling it. How about 56 or now, what does that say? $58,000 APY. 58,000%, shall I say, APY. That is pretty major. That's crypto, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new here to crypto, down below in the description, I got the free $10 for Coinbase for you. Down below in the description, get your free $10 of Coinbase. I also have Nexo and Celsius down below. They give you 8%, 10%, 12%, 13% is the highest annually, except it compounds daily. You earn interest every day. They send that interest Friday to Friday that they calculate. They send that to you on the following Monday, which means it's compounding. So the interest is beautiful. And you can borrow against your crypto that's being hodled at Celsius or at Nexo or at BlockFi. All right. So keep those things in mind. All right. Roger that. Let's see. Correction. Strong token is now 834. Oh my God, it's rising. I was going to get another no, but that's over 8,500 investment with the fees. Like Kevin Hart says, that's not how my checking and savings account work. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, just think about this. A month ago, 5,500 would have done you good. Now, and sadly, remember the fees are going to be more too. It's not going to be 85. It's going to be like more like $9,000 it's going to take with all the fees it's going to be taken out. Jesus. 30 days. This is crazy. And you have to think about something else the way I think about Strong Block and all these others. I'm sitting there looking at AVAX. It's not AVAX. It's Wonderland. Time. $6,500 or something is their coin price, but somehow Strong is 834. I was just like, man, that means Strong should be like $3,000. And sure enough, 834 from 800 earlier today. It just keeps rising. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. My ETH jumped 7%. Exactly. Everything's rising. In fact, BTC was at around 66,000, I hear, for a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just get real with this crypto. If this keeps going like this, the government will have to shut this down. I'm just saying. You're not going to have ordinary citizens out here all becoming millionaires because they didn't have to work, didn't have to do nothing, and they're doing things just like the top 10 percenters do. Except this isn't behind the scenes. This is in front of everybody who can do it. It's not a secret. Tiffany Young is crazy thinking how much a second node is going to cost. Exactly 9 grand right now, $8,340. And after Ethereum takes their fee, after the swap fee, they're going to take off $300-400, $500 easy. So you might have to have 9,100 in there. Crazy to get it done. Bull market in effect. Auntie Val, you've been here for the bull market. You've been a student of the crypto game and has enjoying the benefits. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. It's nice when you put a plan together and it all works properly. But the question always is, how long will it work? Come on. I think it's going to work. The way things are going now, I'm getting more bullish on the setup. We have the setup right now, ladies and gentlemen, that normally in a recession, in the old days, there was no crypto. So people would take their money out of stocks. When stocks go down, they would take their money out of stocks and then they would put them into bonds, for instance. Or they would say, you know what, now's a good time to put it in buy gold and silver, precious metals. Or maybe I'll go buy some real estate. But now there's a thing called crypto. And if the stock market goes down, what will happen with crypto? This is an unknown factor. But I think since this DeFi space has occurred, I think people are going to sit there and be like, well, wait a minute. I'm not earning, 100% on my money. Never mind these thousands of percent. I'll buy some crypto with this money. Instead of gold, silver, and precious metals, I'm putting in crypto. I'm still liquid in crypto. Right? That's the way I look at it. So if crypto is doing if it keeps going up on this bull run, and there's a situation with the stock market going down, that means more people will be dumping their money into crypto, which means crypto prices will increase even more. And they don't want that because you take out $1 trillion and put it into crypto, woo, everything's going to be crazy. Real crazy, real fast. Gary White's in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream. Members only chat. He has the icon next to his name. Thank you so much, Gary White. And he has his tagline, good evening, SSN family. Let's get it. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support once again, Gary White. Making it happen. Curtis Davis should have bet it all on BTC and ETH. Haha, 70% gain. Spoken like a true person in the casino. You're playing a roulette 35-1. You bet $5. They give you like what, $105, $120, right? Whatever it is. And and you're like, why didn't I put $20 on there? That's how it works, right? Oh man. Caution always. Take some profits to prepare for the bear market. Hey, there you go. That is Gino Chimiente's thing. He's taking his 20%, 30%, 40% profits. And, he's like, I'll do that here for this. I'll do another 20, 30 here for that. That's what he's doing. There's also something to be said about, due to these astronomical numbers, what some people are doing. This one guy was putting together this mathematically. He was like, just take out 20%. 20% of the profit still will keep you ahead because the 20% doesn't take out of your principal amount. It takes out the amount that was given to you, but you stay ahead. So it's compounding still, and you barely lose that much over the course of a month. As far as an increase in your holdings, it doesn't diminish it that much. So I was like, that's interesting. I was like, mathematically, it works. And then think about this. There's other people who are using some of their profits, like what I did. And like I took out some and I put it over here at Wonderland, using assets to pay assets to buy some other and use that as the risk. That's what you have to do sometimes too. That's why remember I told you guys that duffel bag of cash is going to come in handy, right? So some of the members who have the icon in the chat room tonight, again, if you're watching this and you're trying to figure out how to be in the chat room, that means you have to sign up as a member and join as a member. It's different than being a subscriber. You actually have to join. All right. And that's how you get the icon and you can be in the chat room. But this is the thing. Some of us, I lost my train of thought since I did that. But some of us, who have, I know what it was. Under the community tab, members know I started selling shares of stock. I turned that stock that I was selling into crypto. The stock was over 1 year on hold. So now my capital gains is going to be at the lowest because it was a year old. So then I took some money out and I put it in crypto. It's sitting in crypto. So you do Strong Block, now Wonderland, you're doing all this stuff. With money, it's just reallocated. I didn't have to do duffel bag of cash. I just reallocated. That's all I did. Because there's no way that I'm going to be able to get 300% on the stock market. There's no way I'm going to be able to get what this crazy nonsense, 56,000% APY if it's able to happen. You can't get that either. So the real deal is, even if I change that into 50% or 100%, I'll take that, because I won't be getting 100% on the stock market holdings. I won't be getting 70% on the stock market holdings probably at this juncture in the stock market. All right. So I was thinking in my head, hey, what if you turn it into 300%? What if you turn it into, I'll even take 300%. I'll take 1,000%. I don't need 56,000%. Right. So that's what I started thinking about. I was like, wait a minute, I get dividends, but my dividends only give me 10%, 15%. I get that in a half a month in some of these crypto investments. So it was worth it to reallocate, as far as I was concerned. For me, every investor has to go with their prepared plans. Diversify your portfolio. We all know these types of return percentages aren't sustainable. I won't forget the investment basics 101. Exactly, Victor Marrero. I agree with you. You got that right. We all know. Make no mistake about it, ladies and gentlemen. These 300, even at Strong, this 400 or whatever, 400 and something percent that's going to happen if they keep maintaining this coin prices, it's still not sustainable. And the 56,000, that's a pipe dream. As far as I'm concerned, their Wonderland, that is what this is. If this happens, if it can last 6 months, I would be ecstatic. If it lasts a year, oh my. We got people that will let's put it this way. I think I should get another condo in Punta Cana. It'll pay for a condo in Punta Cana a year from now with this Wonderland stuff. Olympus DAO, it's presently 7,500% APY. That's still unsustainable. All of it is. We just don't know if they can do it 6 months, a year, or 2 years. 2 years, highly unlikely. 1 year, maybe. 6 months, I trust 6 months timelines. Beyond that, it's a gift. But I would suspect starting in 3 to 4 months, I would suspect all these numbers start coming down. 56,000 will be 30,000, 30,000, then 20, then 10, then 5. But in the meantime, you're still earning percentage on that money. And keep in mind, think about it this way, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you're missing out on. Right now, just like a month ago, when you could have gotten 10 nodes for around 5,800, okay? That right there in itself, you were only going to get roughly, we did the numbers, what was it? 1,800, right? Yeah, $50 a day, 1,800. Right now, you're going to be, if they stay over 700, which apparently is the case, in a 30-day, you're going to have 2,100. You're going to be damn near 35, 40% of your investment in 1 month. That is crazy. All right. So nobody knew that was going to happen. So all I'm saying is you're making all this money right now that even if it does go down, the APY goes down, it's based on that higher number. It's not just based on the 10 nodes at 5,800. It's based on the 10 nodes at, let's call it $850 each is the coin price. So now you can reduce the APY, and I'm still going to have, if it's $50 or $60 a day, I'll still get it until they reduce it even more. So keep that in mind. So there's an advantage to get in early because you're reaping the rewards and you already have the money banked. That's the beauty of this whole thing. But yes, diversification is the thing. Tiffany Young, Coinbase just let me know my money was stolen. What? Just let my money be stolen that I could have used for Wonderland. I have to use a different platform now. Which would you recommend? I cannot figure out how to use Bitrue. Hold on. Wait, Coinbase, something's not right. Because Coinbase, you can't do anything. They got first of all, Coinbase, you have to authorize a withdrawal. Actually, you have to authorize a send in an email. Then they reconfirm with a phone number. I mean, a text. So they authorize twice. So the person would have to have your email address and they would have to have your phone cloned, by the way. So something's not adding up. That is really effed up. I cannot figure out how to use Bitrue. Bitrue's an app. That's what I use. Oh, man. Bitrue has OHM, ladies and gentlemen. OHM. You don't have to do any swapping anymore. You can buy on Bitrue OHM. And OHM is USDT. So you can send Tether to Bitrue and then exchange on Bitrue and then send it to your MetaMask. Simple. But that's messed up because Coinbase has several. That's weird. And they even hold your transactions. So how do they? This is crazy. This is crazy. They hold your transaction pending for a minute too. Like in the next 30 minutes or an hour, I can't remember what it says. You can contact them. Man, that's messed up. This is messed up. Wilson Coos in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome for being here on the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it with the icon next to your name. He has his tagline, "Good evening, Mr. Bird and SSN family. 100% facts." That's what we do here. All right, please smash the like button since Wilson Coos arrived. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. I'm just very saddened by this Coinbase news for Tiffany Young, because my account doesn't operate like this. Soon as I try to take money out or put money on there, I get an email saying, "Is this what you're trying to do?" And then they send me some authorization. And hell, if I'm trying to withdraw or send money, it's even worse. It's like, "Are you authorizing this? Oh, by the way, we might hold it up for 24 hours. Unless you give us, like, yes, in fact, this happened 2 days ago. I tried to send AVAX out. All of a sudden it said, "Oh, you got to wait some hours, or in order to send it now, we need to verify." I'm like, verify what? They made me put up a photo ID front and back and my face. So this is weird. I don't know how my account operates a different way. I can't just send crypto and withdraw it, or I can't do nothing with it like that. Nobody can hack my account then, because what you have to do is, like I said, I'm flabbergasted because yesterday they were like, we're not sending your money right now. We're holding it up for 24 hours or some nonsense. Or you can get your money now, but you have to verify your ID. Like I said, front and back of my driver's license. And I had to shoot a screenshot of my face. I had to verify all that before they would release my crypto so I can send the AVAX to get Wonderland. So that was on Monday night or whatever. Tuesday, yesterday, I bought Wonderland, I believe it was. So yesterday, when I made the video, that's all I had to go through. It wasn't, no, I can just withdraw or send. There's none of that with Coinbase. I was just like thinking while I was doing all that, I was like, wait, I was like, what are they doing? This is like the federal government trying to hem people up. Just got home and got on, right on. Thank you so much. All right. Wow. Are we free in U.S. banking world, Nexo or Celsius? Nope, we're not free. But you can't connect your bank to BitTrue. The only platform I know that's connected directly to a fiat type of account is Coinbase. Is there another one? Okay. Yeah, you can. Okay, here's the deal. I'm just going to say it. I probably shouldn't. Here's the deal. BitTrue is actually a foreign country, right? Their processor. So most credit cards and debit cards will not work. But some debit cards and credit cards will, because the code that they have will allow it. I just found this out like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I never really had a reason to talk about it because after I got denied, I talked to my bank about it. And I said, how come this BitTrue won't go through? And I was trying to help a friend out with another company. Both of those wouldn't go through on one of my cards. The third card I tried, it went through, which was a credit card. So one credit card wouldn't go through, one debit card wouldn't go through, but a credit card would. That's when they told me, they said, oh, because your credit card blocks certain coded transactions. So since this other card doesn't block that coded transaction, that's why it was able to be processed. So I was like, whoa. So the land of the free is blocking United States citizens from being able to do things. I'm familiar with this because of the online poker when they blocked the transactions. So you couldn't use your debit cards or credit cards anymore, nor PayPal to upload money to the online poker rooms. So I'm familiar with this. So that's what's happening with BitTrue, by the way. So it depends on your bank, your card, if they're going to allow that transaction code. So the only way you'll know is if you tried it. But Coinbase is literally the only one for USA citizens. They were governed by the SEC and the United States government. They approved Coinbase when they started. That's why I always call Coinbase a bank. They're the federal government. They're actually watching all transactions. That's right. So you guys think the crypto's not trackable, but when you use Coinbase, it's trackable. They are the federal government, I'm telling you. So they're doing this crazy stuff, but I'm still baffled how Tiffany Young, they're able to do that because you can't do one-step withdrawals. Or hell, you can't even do one-step deposits apparently anymore. This is crazy. Yeah, sorry to hear that about Tiffany Young. Exactly. This is not the first time for Coinbase to be compromised. Jesus Christ, are you serious? But here's the other thing. Here's the other thing about that. This is why the gateway. So here's the gateways, right? The gateways are your bank, what I call a gateway. The bank is a gateway. You log into a bank, your money's sitting there. Coinbase, you log into Coinbase, your money's sitting there. Those are gateways. In this era, and I'll say it again, people say, hey, where do you keep your money? I say, they're not, it's not in a bank and it's not in Coinbase. Okay? Because it's too easy to get to. If somebody hacks you, they get in, your stuff is sitting right there. So it's too easy. So that's why I leave minimal stuff on there. If I want to put something on Coinbase, then I put something in the bank and then I put money on there. So banks are not my friend. I've had banks have stolen my money before. No credit union has ever stole my money, but banks have stole my money, literally, and come up with all kind of stories. And my bank's been hacked before. Coinbase, I haven't been hacked, but like I said, my Coinbase account is, for some reason, it's under lockdown. I can't even send money and withdraw. If I wanted to send money right now on my crypto, a blurb comes up. Oh, we need authorization. Did you authorize this? You have to go approve it. You're trying to withdraw every time. So that's why it's kind of baffling to me how other accounts aren't under lockdown like me. Auntie Val, what the heck is that? If my bank didn't alert me, I would not have known. What the frick? So your bank alerted you, not Coinbase? Are you serious? Okay, Tiffany Young, you're going to have to explain this to me. So let me get this straight. Somehow somebody uploaded money into Coinbase. Then they were able to send the money? I mean, that can't even happen in my account. And I don't have any special settings on my account. Jeez. Oh, sounds like a SIM swap. Yeah, clone. That's what I was talking about. Because you're going to have to get the text message and the email. You get both on my Coinbase. And like I said, I don't even have 2FA on. I have several transactions on my bank for them totaling $858. But it is not showing on my Coinbase app. It's only showing on my bank account from today. What the heck? That doesn't make any sense. Wait, you didn't click on an email, did you? So you need to call. So you call Coinbase, right? Because they can actually hold up the transaction would have been held up. So that's really weird. That's really weird. Tiffany Young, that is weird and scary. Because from what you're saying people use Coinbase because your bank account's attached. And then they said, okay, I want, let's call it $300. And then you're saying once it got on the Coinbase didn't hold it. Meaning when they transferred the coins to themselves and you didn't get a notification from Coinbase that there was a transaction and you didn't get the authorization with the text message. Yeah, something's weird. That's really weird. That's really, really weird. That's weird. Yeah, that's strange. That's what I'm saying, that they put me through the ringer to make legitimate transactions, but the ones I didn't authorize go through. How is this? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've never been able to just load money up and then send it. Just like the other day with AVAX. Bought AVAX, tried to send it to MetaMask. I got hemmed up. It said, we're going to hold it unless you verify info. Verifying info, I needed my ID, front and back, and I had to show a picture of my face. Then they sent it. But otherwise, I couldn't have sent it. I would have had to wait 24 hours. So I'm trying to figure out how this is happening. This is crazy. Oh, wait, here we go. I actually skipped down, it looks like. Let's hold on. Because not if they got her info, they can buy and send to a different wallet address. No, okay. Like what I'm trying to say is on my account, you can't do that. I thought everybody's account was the same. So if you do a transaction on Coinbase, don't you guys get the email that goes to your email saying, if you didn't authorize this, you need to act within 30 minutes? And then secondly, don't you get the text or something that says a text or an email that says, click on here to authorize the transaction? I mean, either way, I can't, if I don't do authorization on my phone or on the, they usually send me an email. It's the text I get is when I try to take money out of Coinbase and an email. But loading, I usually get an email saying, if you didn't authorize this, or I get an email saying, did you, you got to click on this to authorize it. Either way, I'm getting something. So this thing about me buying something on Coinbase, then being able to send it out same day without any verifications, that has never happened. Ever. Never, ever. I wonder how that works. This is crazy. And I don't have 2FA checked on my Coinbase either, by the way. If you use your phone for transactions, your SIM card can be sniped. Interesting. That would be a problem. That would be a problem. Auntie Val, what the heck is that? If my bank didn't alert me, I wouldn't have known. Yeah, if you took your cell phone into a shop and left it there, then they could do a clone of your SIM. This is not the first time. Yeah, this is incredible. I'm shocked by this. But you can't connect your bank to BitTrue. Yeah, we talked about that. That's what I'm saying. They put me through the ringer. Yeah, that's weird. If you use your phone for transactions, your SIM can be sniped. Yeah, that's true. This is sad news right here. I'm upset by it. CoinSmart allows you to send e-transfer to the exchange, but they email you to do deposit. Yeah, the old school way. Try Binance US. Yeah, I don't mess with Binance. Oh boy, this is out of control at Auntie Val. Thanks. Yeah, this is out of control. But Tiffany, did you check your Coinbase? And it's not your bank you need to talk to. You need to get in touch with Coinbase to stop all the transactions or retrieve. Tiffany Young, sorry to hear that, but you sure is gone. Exactly, and not showing, i.e. token not showing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bitmart take credit card. Yeah, Wilson Koo, but you're in Canada. Oh, yeah, Bitmart. I never tried on Bitmart. In fact, BitTrue does credit cards too, but like I said, it's a special code for people in US. Not all debit or credit cards will allow the code. I do know one of my cards will allow it. My credit card, that is, not debit. Bittrex will take. Oh, in fact, now that I'm thinking about it, I know two of my one debit card and one credit card will. Bittrex will take credit card. Okay. Coinbase has been hacked many times. Yes. Tiffany Young, that's why I can't figure out how it happened. I didn't have anything left in there. So how did they charge $8.58 in charges today? All right. The only way it could have worked is they took $8.58 and uploaded it to your Coinbase. Then they would have had to send the money somewhere. Otherwise, it would be still sitting in your Coinbase. So that's the real question. So you're going to have to go to your Coinbase and see. That's the weird part. Was there actually transactions in your Coinbase account? Because, well, there has to be if it's Coinbase. Doesn't make any sense. I'm sure there's this mystery we all need to know about. Tiffany, sorry about your situations. Don't let it derail your train. Unstoppable. Exactly. But she needs to log into Coinbase and go check it. And I don't have anything in automatic withdrawals on there either. That's right. You definitely don't. Recurring payments. Don't do nothing like that. Yeah, log into Coinbase, Tiffany. Let us know what it says. You're saying it didn't show any transactions. So then it's not Coinbase. Yes, Coinbase has been hacked several times. Hackers are sending fake text and changing email and all phone info. Oh, that's not going to happen. If you hit something on a email and then they send you to a phishing, like a coin, what do you call it? A dot sign in dot Coinbase, meaning it's not even Coinbase. Then you put in your information. But still, all they're going to do is get your information. That still doesn't account for the fact that if I deposit or send coins, that an email triggers. So that means they would have to have my phone access and my email access to boot. So I don't see how that's possible. So something's not adding up with this. Gary White, thanks. Yes, indeed. Yeah, this is disturbing because it's not adding up. And this is almost like when I went down to the bank, B of A and Wells Fargo, both these companies stole my money. And I roll in like, hey, man, where's my money? And then they started giving me some nonsense. And I was like I saw it. You guys know the story. One of the nonsenses was Oh, you and a guy opened up a bank account the same day, one in Woodland, one in Sacramento, and you guys happen to have the same bank account. Excuse me? Where's my money? What are you talking about? Yeah, crazy. So I was going to ask, did you get a fake text that looks like Coinbase and you signed into it? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the only way. But even then, okay, that could have worked that way, because if they have your info and they change it, then they could have changed the bank account. But that wouldn't have worked either, because actually, if you try to change your information, that triggers an email from Coinbase, because you have to approve the change. Then you have to click on that to authorize, and then say, put in your new password. So you're not even going to get to the new password part unless you authorize it in your email. So they would have to have your email too, and then authorize it. So something's not adding up quite yet. We're going to get to the bottom of it. At Eric, I lost 10K with Wells Fargo. Few years, fake checks drawn against account, no alerts from Wells Fargo. There you go. There you go. Exactly. Now you guys, this happened to me too. This is why I don't have Wells Fargo or B of A or US Bank. US Bank, I had like a little bit of money left over. I never really used US Bank. I had like maybe $50 in a US Bank account, in a free checking bank account. All of a sudden one day, 6 months go by. All of a sudden I get a call from US Bank, and they're going, "Hey, Eric, your bank is overdrawn. You owe us like $225. I was like, "What are you talking about? I never even used US Bank. You guys are in the wrong place. I have no reason to use you guys. All I know is I had like $50 in this free checking account or something." So they started proceeding to tell me that I wrote checks. I said, "I don't even have checks. What are you talking about? I never had checks. All I had was a debit card. I moved. You guys used to be around the corner from me, like less than a mile. But now, you know, where I live now, you don't have US Bank, so I'm not tracking you down. So that's why I never did anything with it." And then they said, "Well, you owe us $225. I was like, "You've lost your mind. Not going to happen." Yeah, Wells Fargo's done that to me too. Stole money. No, if they got her info, they can buy and send a different wallet address. No, Auntie Val, you can't. No, you can't. What I'm saying is, even if you have my info, so let's say you have my login info, you can't get to change my email address, because if you do that, that triggers an email to my email address, and it says, "You're trying to change your email. Are you authorizing this?" So I can't do that unless somebody has had my email address where they can actually go in and approve it. Coinbase is strict. Well, I'll put it this way: my Coinbase is strict, but again, I'm under usual government situation. But mine is always, I can't do nothing. That's why the AVAX thing pissed me off, because when I tried to send AVAX, it said I can't send it. After I had to look, I'll give you my process on AVAX. I uploaded money from my bank to Coinbase. Coinbase sends me an email. You just deposited whatever, just a courtesy notice. Then when I went into Coinbase to send my AVAX to MetaMask, it said 24 hours. But if you want to send now, verify info. I couldn't send the money straight out because I just loaded it. So that's what happened. I'm like, I've always had to do that with Coinbase. I've never been able to load money up and then just send it. Before, it was wait 24 hours. We'll send it 24 hours. They didn't even give me that verify info option. I had to wait 24 hours. Crazy stuff. So I don't know how you can just load money up and send it. I was never able to do that on Coinbase myself. So I'm sure there's something more to it, because you have to have certain info. The 2FA in Coinbase was compromised. Oh my. That's crazy. That's crazy. I call my bank and they are issuing a new card to me and will give the money back to me until the investigation is over. No notification from Coinbase, no authorization, nothing. Okay, but Tiffany Young, did you log into Coinbase? So when you log into Coinbase, do you see the transaction? That's what I'm asking, because something's not adding up quite right. Because you should log in and then you'll see the, well, wait, you shouldn't be able to log in because they would have changed the password and username and email. I don't understand. They wouldn't have been, you won't be able to log into your Coinbase. I don't think, unless they kept it the same. But if you're able to log into your Coinbase, let us know if you see the transactions in Coinbase, because that's weird. That is really weird. If the debit is from your bank account, they should give you credit. Not sure that they can be the same if the debit was from Coinbase. Yeah, she's same day. Most banks will give you your money back. Or they'll credit it back to your account, then do their investigation, like she was saying. At least, like I said, most banks that I've ever been involved with, that's the same scenario. At least when it's same day, it's not like 3 months later or 2 months later. I had a situation where somebody was siphoning off money out of my account for 6 months. I didn't even know it because they did $20 here, $50 there, gas fill up here, gas fill up there. This only came to light because I was in Florida and I got a text saying I got gas in Elk Grove, California, while I was in Florida, and it was like $25. And I was like, wait, I haven't been to Elk Grove in like 10 years. Okay, so this definitely wasn't me. And so then I called my bank and I said, hey, what's this about Elk Grove? I'm in Florida. Look at all my transactions for the last 3 weeks. They're all in Florida. What's this thing in California? I said, even the transaction today, I'm in Florida. So I couldn't have been in Elk Grove. So they check everything. And then all of a sudden the lady starts going, well, actually, you need to log into your account and check some things out because we have a bunch of transactions over the last 6 months and it totals $900 and some odd dollars. The credit union, unlike a bank, credit union said, oh, we see this was clearly fraudulent because we see during some of these transactions, you're in any place but California. So we're just going to credit you back this $900 and some odd dollars. And of course, we'll do an investigation, but we've already determined this clearly is fraud. So we're just going to credit you your money back. That's what happened at the credit union. But this situation right here with Tiffany Young is weird. This is weird. Weird. Crypto is hot. Snipers, scammers, and frauds are out here in force. Exactly. Victor, yes, they are putting the money back in my account. B of A is sending me a new card. They will also investigate. That's cool. The 2FA in Coinbase was compromised. That's a problem. There are no transactions showing on Coinbase, though. Nothing at all for today. Okay, this is weird. So then so the money went to a place that calls themselves Coinbase, who got your ID info? That is weird. That is weird. Wow. They did like 12 small transactions that totaled that amount. Yeah, see, that's what happened with me. But it was over 6 months. No transaction on Coinbase showing, only in my bank account. That is weird. So well, wait, could they have used another Coinbase? No, they couldn't have. They wouldn't have none of the info. To open up a new Coinbase, you would have to actually open an account. So how were they able to use your card on Coinbase? That would mean there's another Coinbase account that they were able to use your card on, which would make no sense either. That's weird. This is weird. Like Auntie Val said, the scammers, fraudsters are everywhere, and they come up with new techniques. Wow. I'm sorry this happened to you, Tiffany. This is definitely an eye-opener. Hey, you know what, though, Tiffany? At least you got your money back. That is number one. That's number one. And now you're finding out your Coinbase was not compromised. because you would have saw the transactions. So now that makes it weird because that would explain why you didn't get any emails from Coinbase or anything like that. Wow. I never click on links that I don't know or expecting to receive. I work at a bank and get trained in that all the time. Exactly. That's good to know. We need to have a show on protecting your crypto. Coinbase, I thought, has a history. Plus LS to send anything. Coinbase has an authenticator that you have to copy and paste to send to an exchange. Exactly. Exactly, Captain J. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was confused about this Coinbase thing, because you can't just send money and send it off. But she's saying her Coinbase wasn't actually touched. So that means these transactions are going, they have her card. And then I don't know how they're doing it or what they're doing, but they have her card number. Could be your card was sniped and used on another Coinbase account, not yours. If so, that's ordinary fraud and you should get it back. Yeah, exactly. She's getting her money back. That's for sure. There's no, because she's already saying there's no real link to this transaction. But the weird part is, again, I don't trust B of A. Let's just put things in perspective. I'm telling you right now, these guys can do anything. Like I said, me and another guy allegedly, I'm saying allegedly because I didn't have confirmation with my own eyesight. Me and him opened up a bank account and they gave us both the same bank account. I don't know how that's happening because one bank's in Sacramento, the other bank's in Woodland. How are we having the same bank accounts again? Everything should be different. But that's what they claimed. And here we have another thing. She's using a debit card. She could have a debit card given out to somebody else. Who knows? But it most likely cloned, sniped, as Ani Val's saying. That's what I'm thinking. But again, they can't use, I don't see how they can use her card on another account, because if you have a card and you put a new card on Coinbase, then you have to use it. I think you're going to have to, let's see, how does it work? Yeah, I guess you could do that because it'll be a separate account. So I guess that could be done if they have sniped your card. That's still weird though. Tiffany Young, Auntie Val, that sounds about right. It certainly wasn't my Coinbase account. It went to another Coinbase account. Well, then that means that's trackable. And that also means you need to probably contact Coinbase and they might be able to find these crooks, because the card number should have registered in two accounts, which is also another weird thing because that would be a safety measure. Because having the same card on two separate accounts, you should be asking questions. That's weird. Or two accounts on two separate accounts. That should be a security situation in itself. But that's weird. But that's the only option at this point. To get those transactions through, they would need to have enough info on your account and you be able to bypass Coinbase and your bank. Coinbase would also do what Eric had said. Yeah, but in her case, the only thing is, I think her card was compromised. And then since her card was compromised, then they put it on their account as her card. So therefore, now it didn't really matter because anything transaction-wise, they're going to get their email for their account, and they're going to get the phone text message to verify to their account. They don't verify the credit card information. They just verify the account on Coinbase. So I can see how that could work if they're using somebody else's card. But Coinbase should have actually had, I don't know how this isn't a thing. You cannot have two cards on the same network. So it should have raised a red flag straight up. And you would have to have the same address, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So they would have to have her address on their account. That would be the same matching things. That should have raised a red flag. That's weird still. Something is not lining up. Exactly. It's definitely not lining up because that's not how the banks work. Come to think of it, they would have had to use her address. Wilson Koo, this is very strange. I don't get it. I have no idea because I barely go anywhere. I work from home right now. Not sure how someone could get my info except for online somewhere. Tiffany Young, I'm going to tell you a little story. Here's the story. everybody else. Here's the story. You have somebody living with you, somebody visiting you, somebody coming by for a few days. And they write down some digits, some numbers. A week goes by. All of a sudden, there's like these charges. And the charges, you're sitting there like, wait, I didn't go to the gas station. Wait, I didn't go to the grocery store. All of a sudden, you find out somebody that visited you because the bank did their own investigation, and you know now there's security cameras. We find out that a guy that came and stayed with us, who's a relative, took the card while they were staying with us, used it. When they went to the store, they used the card, came back, put it back. After they saw it on cameras, he actually had the card. We thought somebody actually sniped the card or whatever. No, it's the person that's a relative took our card and spent the money and came back. Only because we said, no, we want an investigation. We didn't do it. Crazy stuff has happened. That's all I'm trying to say. The digital streets are rough. Exactly. Tiffany, did you log in to public Wi-Fi? Diesel Mike. Yeah, this is a mystery. Anything can be spoofed in digital world. Exactly. Diesel Mike, not that I can recall. Hey, actually, it's not even that. Ladies and gentlemen, check this out. Oh, man, I don't have my wallet on me. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, they're scanners. So you have your cards in your pocket, in your purse, in your jacket. They're scanners. All they have to do is wave the wand and they can get your info off the cards. That's why you need to have blockers. So I have the blocking cards that you can't go through. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't even know the correct terminology for these, but my cards are in the blocker. So nobody can wave the wand or put something next to it or do anything like that. It blocks it. That is what you have to go to now. Because just simply putting it in a purse, putting it in a normal wallet, putting it in your pocket no longer works. That's for your own protection these days. Same thing goes with, your car. Everybody's using those codes, right? Your car keys where you can just hit the locks and things like that. It's sending off codes. Well, guess what? There's scanners for that too. And in Europe and South America, those things are out. So people are literally late night, 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning when people are sleeping, they're actually getting a code coming up to your doors, windows, or whatever, waving this wand stuff around, and it gets your code off your car because everybody has those fobs. And your fob is usually where? Some people put it right by the front door. Some people put it on right by their kitchen. And so if they can get that code off the fob, they wave in it, or how they get it, I don't know exactly. They walk outside and start your car because that code, they don't need the fob. They open the door, silent as hell. Hit the button, car starts, they drive off. It's crazy out here, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy. In dark web, stacks of credit cards are sold at bulk. Exactly, Curtis Davis. Exactly. RFID. Yeah, that must be what it is. Eric, that's crazy. The RFID card. Yep. That's it. Yeah, that's what I need to get. Exactly. You need to get the blockers. Gas stations have fake scanners. Exactly. Waiters steal card. That's right. Several ways cards can be copied. Yeah. Speaking of cards can be copied, this turns into security measures. Think about this. There's a reason a lot of people still have credit cards where the numbers are raised. There's people who sit at drive-ins or drive-throughs for your gas or food. They have like the little clay. They press the card on the clay so they have the number. And then they hand the card back to you. That's how they steal your card. That's why a lot of credit card companies went to not embossed, where it's just flat, because that was one of the ways people were taking people's cards. There's also the other thing. In Europe, This drives me crazy in America. You go to a restaurant, and in Europe, they bring you the scanner, the card reader, and give it to you. You actually do the functions. They started doing that in America, but it's not like 100% here. They still have people take your card and walk off. So once again, that's a security breach, because people can just easily write it down, do whatever they need to do in 5 minutes. You know, so, and get your information sometimes because you made a reservation. RFID wallet. Yeah, that's, I guess everybody knows what it is. I didn't know what it was really called. If they want to get you, they will find a way, and especially overseas. Exactly. Anything, man, can be hacked. Exactly. We went BTI chip for, quote, more protection. Exactly. That's that's the deal we're living in nowadays. And especially, ladies and gentlemen, where are the, look, like the guy who didn't really say it, but I believe his name was Sutton, the bank robber. Why do you rob banks? Because that's where the money is. That's the whole point. When crypto goes up to the 60,000 and all the crypto's rising, you know where everybody's going to be. They're trying to get into your exchange. They're trying to get into your Coinbase. All that is on the table now because it's worth the fraudsters' money. They hack your account. You have 10 BTC in there. You know what I'm saying? Hack your account, 50 ETH. All of a sudden, you know, so this is the kind of thing that's happening. And that's also one of the things that's MetaMask and Wallet Connect, all this. And that's also getting to be where having your crypto online in the first place, it's going to be kind of dangerous. Let's just face facts. So those ledgers and all that, where it's offline and it's not connected to the internet, that's pretty much where it's going to have to be, especially if prices still continue to rise. Because all the fraudsters are trying to hack their way into crypto, whether it's the exchange, whether it's your wallet, whether it's just Wonderland. I mean, it's just out here crazy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back into Money Making Wednesday and Mondays, because we had to talk about, do you want to be rich? Talking won't work. And what I mean by talking won't work, you can't talk your way into making money. You can't talk your way into making extra streams of income. You're either going to have to learn or you're going to have to do it. That's just the way it is, ladies and gentlemen. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You've heard that story before. All right? Going to have to do it. There's just no way around it. And if it takes years, it takes years. But are you willing to put in the work for years of results? Are you willing to sacrifice, as Diesel Mike said, for 3 years, making hardly any money, if any money at all, before you actually get to the end of the rainbow, the pot at the end of the rainbow? Yeah, when's that going to happen, right? You never know. You have to go through the process, though. Can't give up. As soon as you give up, that means it's over. All right. Anything man makes. I guess this is story time. But first, hey, you know I was going to show that video to give a little motivation. It was the right one. I didn't realize I actually changed it up and put some intro into it. So anyhow, I put some music on here too. This isn't the video I thought from Adrienne Bankert. She's on News Nation. But here's a little motivational video that she did for SSN Nation. I want to thank her once again. And check it out. Some people have seen this already, but anybody new has not.
Hey guys, it's Adrienne Bankert. This is for my Stop Struggling Now members, aka the Stop Struggling Now Nation. I want you to be reminded of your inherent worth tonight, okay? A diamond doesn't have to do anything to be valuable. A diamond doesn't have to work, doesn't have to impress anyone. It just sits there and shines, whether it's in a ring or a watch or a necklace or a pair of earrings. It's just there and it has this worth we attribute to it. And you are like that diamond. If you never did another thing, there's something rarefied about you because we've never seen you before in any time in history, and we'll never see another you for the rest of all time, for infinity and beyond. So don't be afraid of doing the inner work. Don't be anxious or frustrated when you see something that you need to improve upon, when you need a little added polish, right? You are still valuable. You're still a treasure. Keep learning, stay motivated, remain a student, stay teachable and humble. And remember, always be kind.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, just a little something, something. You know, she was talking about diamonds, right? And you know how a diamond is formed? It's formed because there is an awful lot of pressure. It's almost similar to when you're trying to get something off the ground and make it work, whether it's your own business or streams of income, and wanting to be rich and famous and wealthy. Sometimes you have to go through a little pressure in order to become that diamond in the rough. So just think about that. All right. So let's get into it, because it ends up being crypto 2 live streams in a row. Because that Wonderland, I don't know what to make of this Wonderland. Maybe somebody else has some information that I don't know, because this number, 58,673% APY at this juncture, doesn't mean much, because it was 56, I believe, on Monday. So it went up another 2,000%. I don't know how this calculation is, but maybe somebody else can tell me. But all I know is this every 8-hour rebase thing, I'm kind of liking. And it's compounding. I like it. So this ROI of 9%, I'm liking that too. But does anybody know about this LP? Does anybody understand this? Because apparently this could even be something more. And because we have a lot of mathematicians out here, there's mathematicians that have figured out how they can wrap memo. They can wrap the memo in, or the time, or the memo. They can wrap the memo and on another yield platform. So you're getting, hold on, let me explain this. I got to put this back up. Then I'll explain it, because let me go back to the screen so you guys will understand what I'm saying, because this is crazy. All right, so here is your memo sitting right here. They're wrapping the memo, W memo, putting it on another yield farm. So the memo that you're earning on Wonderland is already at a ridiculous rate. They're making another 20 to 30% of the memo on another platform while it's wrapped. Then when they unwrap it, you have more memo on your Wonderland. And even when it's wrapped, you're still earning the same memo from the same amount. So in other words, you guys see the 172 right here, right? So 172,927. Now, if I wrap that, it'll take it off of, this will show 0 on here, but in reality, it still knows that you have this much in memo, and it's still going to give you your next reward and add it to your memo. Is this unreal? There's a guy, a few people that I found out are doing this method. So instead of earning 58% APY, these guys are doing something like 90% APY. I mean, 90,000% APY. Is this crazy? Once you start doing mathematics, you can do anything. All right. But this is crazy. I'm just giving you guys some things out here on the box, because once I started studying this stuff, I happened upon other people doing stuff. And I was like, wait a minute. No wonder these guys have a big ass smile on their face. Not only are they getting 50,000 plus percent, they've just added another 20 to 30,000 on top. All I'm saying is knowledge is powerful, ladies and gentlemen. And just like I was searching about Wonderland and finding out some more stuff, I happened upon these characters who were telling me, and I started looking at the math and everything. I was like, oh my God. But the thing is, with everything, there's a high risk. All of this is high risk. But you're not going to really care about high risk if you invested, let's call it $500, and all of a sudden it's month 6 and you're earning 90,000 or 80,000 APY. Your money is then stacked up a lot over that in small amount of investment. So what's the risk really? It's small. And then if you put in a couple of thousand over 90% APY in 6 months, that's crazy. That's a crazy number right there. All right, let's go. Let's see what else we got. Oh, 2 hours in, ladies and gentlemen. We're making records. Please smash the like button. And if you like what we're talking about and have any contributions, of course, you need the icon next to your name to be in the chat room. If you can't get in the chat room, that's only because you're not a member of the channel. Subscriber and member are two different things. Subscriber is not a member, but please subscribe to the channel if you like what we're talking about. Anything man makes can be hacked. Yes, new skills and knowledge applied. Exactly. The only thing I don't like about the Wonderland dashboard is where do you see the amount of money you have invested? I realize you're giving up your required token asset in return of a high yield. You don't. I don't see it in there. They don't show your original investment. Your only investment right now is in it's in what you would call the memo. That's where it's at. So here is your money in the memo. But like you said, this doesn't show your original stake. So I know what my original stake ended up being. I thought it was 1,000. It ended up being $912 after the fees. So my 1,050 that I initially started with, 39 came off of the swap. So that means MetaMask on the incoming siphoned off something. That's the only thing I can think of. And then when I did when I sent from, when they connected and I downloaded my time into Wonderland, apparently they took some more. And then when I hit the stake button, I had to leave in that point, whatever. Come to think of it, it ended up being almost like 12 or 15 more dollars. But all to say, 1,050 ended up being 912, which means that's a freaking $138 fees from transactions. That's insane. I thought it was small, but it ended up being $138. That's crazy. So it's irritating. But again, his point is valid. It doesn't tell you what your staked amount is, but I know it was 912 as it ends up being. I don't have 1,000 in there like I thought. So again, I don't even know this calculation here. I'm thinking this 1729 goes times that by 6,000. Is that it? I think that is going to be it. Let me see if I can do it. If the coin is 6,500 times, I can't. Oh, wait. Point. Oh, there it is. Okay, we got it. Let's see if I can put this in here. No, I can't. Thought I could copy and paste. So you guys can't see this, but I'm going to try and figure this out. Let me see. 172927. Let's see if that gives me the number. Oh, I guess that is the number. 11:24. Okay. All right. That's 8 hours. That's how many rebases is that? So we have 3 a day. So that means I probably got in on about at least 5 of these rebases, maybe 6. I might have got in 6 because I did it yesterday afternoon. So we went 1 day cycle plus it's night. So it must be at least 5. So actually at 58,000%, I got 100. I think that's $100. That's probably about right at 58,000%. That's pretty sweet. So that means I'm going to have my money back by tomorrow. I like it. How about that? That's sweet right there. But anyhow, that's the only way I can figure it out. But Morero's right. They don't actually have what your original investment there. They can even scan your remote signal and come back for your car when you sleep. Exactly. That's what I was talking about, Wilson Koo. That's what they're using. And they can do it outside your house. That's the scary part. They're actually, they can scan your window, get your code from your key fob, and then go back out, start your car, and drive off. In the middle of the night, you don't know nothing about it. You wake up and like, where's my car? Meanwhile, they got a 3, 4, 5 hour head start. Crazy. Real crazy. All right, ladies and gentlemen. You know, once again, it's the work ethic if you're trying to be rich and famous and wealthy. Your habits of today will generate what you want years from now. So this is why I've been talking about all year long in 2021. In case you're new here, we've been talking about assets. Yes, credit is an asset, so you can improve that, but I'm not suggesting you're going to go borrow. All right? You're only going to borrow so you can get assets, not borrow to get liabilities. And some people, like I say, we go over this all the time. They're confused about what an asset is. And some people think a house is an asset. Yes, a house is an asset. If you live in it and live there for 20, 30 years, you can look at it that way. But again, I'm going to say the same thing I always say. Everybody knows what I'm going to say. I bought a house for $350,000. I lived in that house for 20 years. For 20 years, I'm paying a note that has interest on it. After 20 years, I paid another $150,000. That means with the loan I have of $300,000 and the $150,000 I actually put in of my hard-earned money, that means I kind of owe a little bit of money. I paid a lot of money for this thing. So if they tell me, Eric, your house is worth $450,000, I go, great. Great. I only owe $125,000, but everybody discounts that they paid $150,000 already or $200,000. So I'm like, great. It should be worth more money. There's a thing called inflation. But now when I sell that house, guess what? Everything costs more. The same house, now still, if I sell my house, I can't find another house exactly the same for $450,000. So did I really gain anything? Yeah, I did. I moved to Vegas and buy a house for $250,000. And then I have a little cash left over in the bank. But I actually paid for it. So that's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about here is you buy something. It could be a house, but that house, when you rent it out, you're using the profits from the house to pay for where you live now. That's what we're talking about here. That's an asset. You're not paying for it. That's an asset. An asset pays us, ladies and gentlemen. We don't go to work and pay for liabilities. That's liabilities. We have assets pay for our toys. We have asset pays for where we live. Asset pays for our investments. So this crypto thing is pretty major right now. Anybody who was lucky enough to get in Strong Block in the last 2 weeks to 4 weeks, all right, you're doing $1,800 to $2,100 in the next 30 days. That's an asset. $2,000 a month, you have a choice to make. Are you going to take the money out or let it ride and compound some more? But a person could say, I'm going to take out $1,500 and let the other 300 to 600 ride. But you use that 1,500 and pay for either another asset or pay for where you live. It's pretty simple, right? So that's what we're talking about here. You're putting in work now, making investments now that's going to affect your future. And if crypto crashes, then you have to be diversified, which brings on the real estate game, which brings on the gold, silver, precious metals game, brings up the stock game. You have to be diversified into different items, asset classes. So then this way, if one crashes, you still have something else coming in and you can withstand the crash. If two crashes, you can still withstand because you have money coming in from a third. If the third crash, you have the fourth, So that's what you're trying to do here. Make it simple for yourself because it's going to be hard out here, ladies and gentlemen. It does not get easier. Let's face facts. Keep it real. If it's costing me, let's say $4 a gallon for gas, it's more than that in Cali, but I'm just saying, if it costs you $4 a gallon for gas in 2021, in 2027, it's going to cost you more. Electricity for your house, more. Cable TV, cell phone bill, more. Right? So, therefore, you have to keep pace. You can't just sit here and go, yeah, I make $70,000 a year, I'm going to be fine. You're not. Middle class is being shrunk down. You're being evaporated. The 70,000, yeah, you'll be fine in today's environment if you live outside of California and New York, right? But if you live in Cali and New York, 70 G's a year ain't going to cut it. If you live in the downtown Miami area, it's not going to cut it. There's a few places it won't cut it making 70K a year. In 90% of America, that's a nice life. In 10% of America, you're still sucking wind. So you're going to have to keep this in mind. And at some point, even the less expensive locations in America are going to be priced just like California, New York. At some point, because inflation doesn't sleep and does not care about how much you're making 5 years ago. Because 5 years from now, you're going to be paying more. So are you going to be prepared? And you're going to be prepared if you do what the rich do. The things you're doing today, economically and financially, are going to affect what's going to happen later. So you have to take risk, unfortunately. All right, let's see. And I'm going to wrap this up tonight, 2 hours and 18 minutes. Let's see. Yeah, I agree with that statement. Yep, they can scan your remote. I also remember that what you do on Facebook Messenger and WhatsApp allows them to track your banking info and any transactions done on phone or laptop, and that can be compromised on their side. Exactly. Very true, Wilson Koo. Thank you for bringing that up. Appreciate it. So you multiply your stake balance by the time token price, right? Yep, that's what it is. That's exactly what I did. That's the only way I can figure out how to calculate, because I didn't realize until late last night, I didn't realize they were compounding on a daily. I didn't even realize that. I was like, wait, I thought they did it every 5 days. And then the next thing I know, I knew I was at 16.16, some numbers. Then I saw 1.7. I was like, oh, I'm liking this even better. Yeah. So in less than 2 days, I'm back to my original swap fee. And tomorrow, it appears sometime tomorrow, I'm going to be right back to that 1,050 original starting price. But as we know, if I take it out and do swaps, send it to MetaMask, fees are going to be coming out. So it is what it is. But the fact of the matter is, we're almost in 3 days, we're back to where we started. So that's cool. I don't know what that percentage is, but that's pretty sweet right there. $100 in 24 hours on $1,000 investment. What is that, ladies and gentlemen? That's insane. We can live with that, can't we? That's insane. That's insane. Oh my God. Wow, that's golden. Wonderland and Olympus is something else. Exactly, Tiffany Young. It's crazy. Facts. Captain J, thank you so much. New York, New Jersey need over 90. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, anywhere. New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. Yeah, the Northeast is kind of crazy. It is what it is. 70K won't cut it anymore anywhere, I don't think. Tiffany Young. Tiffany Young, look, in the southern states, you'll still be good. In Midwest states, you'll still be good too. Arkansas, Missouri, Indiana, Michigan, those places, you'll still be good. Kansas, Oklahoma, hell, even Texas, except in Austin and Dallas and a few places. But majority of Texas, you're still good. You're just going to have issues once you start talking about I'm going to Arizona or Nevada or Cali or New York or New Jersey. You're going to run into problems. Or downtown Miami or Fort Lauderdale, we're going to have problems. But for the most part, there's a whole swath. But do you want to live in those states is the question. Thanks for the info and the gems. You're welcome, Wilson Koo. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate your support. Have a good evening, everybody. You too. Nice to see you again, Wilson Koo. Appreciate it. Taxes should get people hot mad. Yeah, they're still an opportunity. Lack of money to invest in stocks, borrow any asset. Exactly. The same with California. The prices are so high that people are giving the state, like, I don't know what the taxes are for the state of New York and New Jersey. In California, ladies and gentlemen, they're giving 10% in taxes for the state. That's insanity. And never mind about registering your vehicles. Never mind about that. It's not $50 or $100. I'll put it that way. Thanks, everyone. Sorry I took up so much of the time tonight with that drama. Tiffany Young, oh, it wasn't drama. It is drama in a sense for you, but that also gave us an opportunity to talk about security and understand what's happening, because that helps people secure their crypto, secure their bank accounts. So no, that was not a waste of time, in my opinion. We never talk about security, so this was a good subject matter to even talk about. So don't worry about that. Because remember, I'm actually running the show. So yeah, we had to talk about it a little bit more, count all the ways that things could happen so then people can protect themselves. So then they're like, wait a minute, I need to protect this. So I better have this, make sure my notifications are turned on, make sure have the 2FA, make sure I got all this stuff to protect yourself. And think about maybe not putting your money on Coinbase or exchanges. Maybe I will have to keep it to myself. You just never know. So that topic was a great topic for tonight, because that helps people protect themselves. No worries. That's why we are here. Exactly, Auntie Val. Exactly. Sorry. Yes, I live in Delaware, Northeast. Yeah, no worries. We understand totally. But yeah, that was very helpful this evening, because a lot of people never think about they can be hacked. Their bank accounts can get jacked. It happens all the time. Like I said, it happened to me. It happens to everybody. So how do you protect yourself? It's crazy. Thanks, everyone. Good night. Good gems. Thank you so much, Curtis Davis. Thank you so much for once again for being here. I appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 2 hours, 23 minutes in. And please smash the like button. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. And I have to admit, it's all about crypto right now. If you're talking about Strong Block, initially it was a 4-month. Was it 4 months? Yeah, it was 4 months to break even. But because Strong Block price went up, now that has changed to a 2.5 months to break even. It's incredible. The Olympus DAO, otherwise known as OHM, you can now buy on BitTrue. So now, well, it's a USDT to OHM exchange. So now you can buy Tether USDT on almost anywhere, send it over to BitTrue, swap it, exchange it, not swap, but exchange your USDT into Ohm, then send your Ohm directly to MetaMask. But remember, on MetaMask, you have to import the token Ohm. Okay? So that means you have to go to the Olympus, DAO, get the contract, and import it. Okay? Where do you get the contract? CoinGecko, Coin Paprika. All right? So that's how you get it, Olympus. Then you get the contract, put it in, import it into MetaMask, then get your code to receive and put it into your BitTrue, send. Now you have Ohm there, and you need a little bit of ETH there because there's going to be fees. All right, so that's how we do it. All right, pretty simple now, easier. I think I missed a step, but anyhow, that's the short of it. But that's it. Now, let's see, what else do we have to talk about? Now, you guys noticed, didn't even talk about Punta Cana today. Of course, I can never leave without the real estate investment capital of the world right now. Prices are going up. In case you missed Friday Night Live or missed the video about the Wave property, and you missed the news, the Wave brochure shows a second lake at Vista Cana. All right? That is major in my opinion. There are now going to be 2 lakes according to the master plan in the Wave brochure. Mr. Estacio alluded to this on when we had the live stream. He mentioned a couple of things. The Casa Club, which is the beach club by the lake, and he said there was going to be a second lake, but nobody had confirmation of it. And I actually had the new Wave brochure for over a month. I had it in September, apparently, sent to me. I didn't open it because I thought it was the previous Wave brochure. I thought it was the same thing. Then when I opened it and I saw the second lake, I was in shock. That's the reason why prices are increasing, because people, the builders, knew that there's going to be a second lake there. And if I didn't mention it already, in fact, I'm going to show you guys something. Let me show you something. I'm going to get out of this staking thing. Sterling Martin. Let's see if I can do I still have this? Yes, I do. I'm going to show you guys something else. In case I didn't say how significant Punta Cana area is getting, everybody knows about the Hard Rock Casino and Hotel. Everybody knows about them. There's golf course there. Everyone knows there's a golf course in Cap Cana where they actually hold PGA, FedEx Cups, things like that. There's really only a few championship golf courses specifically built to hold PGA and FedEx Cup and things, those type of events, right? European or golf events. Whether it's European or whether it's American or whether it's Caribbean, it does not matter. But here's this, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if this is going to happen. Nobody's talking about it. But check this out. This right here is Sterling Martin. They make golf courses all over the world. Allegedly, I say allegedly because I haven't been able to confirm this. Allegedly, golf at Vista Cana. Allegedly, 72-hole golf course and an 18-hole par 3. Now, as far as I know, that nighttime golf course is supposed to be a 9-hole executive golf course. I don't know if this 18-hole par 3 thing is the 9-hole thing now, but either way, Sterling Martin Golf Course Architects allegedly is doing a golf course, 72-hole golf course inside Vista Cana. Now, I sent them a message saying, hey, You need to tell me if this is legitimate or not. You know why I have to ask? And notice over here on the right-hand side, this is not going to happen. There is no, on this right-hand side, this is panorama stuff right here. This is Arco down here. There is that 9-hole golf course that's right here. But the question is, are these guys building over in this section that right now is unaccounted for on the map? Is this where this 18 holes is going to be over here that just shows vacant land right now? That's what I want to know, because if they actually do this, and where this little soccer field or whatever it is, that's going to be where the second lake is. If they actually do this, the values in Vista Kana are going to be through the roof, because this will rival this place called Cocatel, which also has a 72-hole championship golf course, and that's where they have the $1 million homes at, along with in Cap Cana and a few other locations around Punta Cana. They have $1 million homes. So if they're going to do that, in Sterling Martin, like I said, they won't verify, they won't confirm or deny. If they're actually building that out there, and again, I'll repeat, the owners of the project, who I was with in December, they actually told me, oh yeah, there's going to be a 18-hole championship golf course way out back. That's all they said. I was like, really? I didn't know how far way out back was, because I never saw the overall master plan. I just knew about the half that they were showing us back then. Now I find out the whole thing, and now I find out the second beach, which they did not tell me there was a second beach. But they did say 18-hole championship golf course. So far, nobody's talked about it other than the Sterling Martin. I happened upon it, and I'm like, okay, so there was a design for an 18-hole course. Is this going to happen? They also have pictures showing they're out there doing this, which is very interesting, because no realtor's going out there yet. And maybe it's one of these little secret things. I don't know, but there's stuff going on, ladies and gentlemen, out there. All right. Okay. So the pre-construction, whether it's Miami in America, whether it's in the Philippines or anywhere in Asia, whether it's Mexico, whether it's Caribbean, no qualifying, no credit check, ladies and gentlemen. You can get an asset with 0%. You pay your down payment during the next 18 months to 36 months, depending on when delivery of the unit is. So therefore, you can get in. There's no barriers to entry. You just need cash. That's it. As long as you can pay monthly, which is up to you, actually. You're grown, like it should be. So that's how we got to do it, right? So just keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Real estate pays you. You can turn it in. All places that they're selling, the condos and the villas, are generally Airbnb, short-term rental approved. So you won't have any problems with the HOA going, you can't rent, you can't do whatever. It's in the paperwork starting out. You can rent. You just can't do what we do in America. In America, when you have a house or a condo, you can actually run somewhat of a business outside of your house. They have stuff in their contracts. You can run a business, but you can't run a business where you have traffic. So what I'm trying to say is it's a little bit different in the Dominican Republic. All right. They have it in their contracts, in their HOA, that don't try to it's all residential. So yes, you can have mail or something there, but still they're going to red flag you because they don't want businesses in residential areas. Straight up. That's one of the little things that you got to pay attention to. But most people aren't doing that anyhow when you're going to be doing vacation rentals, because you're going to be easily making passive income from rentals. Why would you run a business out of your apartment when you need that place or villa to rent? Makes no sense. But they have it in their HOAs. So keep that in mind. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, 2 hours, 34 minutes. And I'm going to have to wrap it up tonight. So I want to thank everybody for being here. And if anybody has any comments or wants to say anything right now, please let me know. And then anybody sees this video after, please put anything in the comments down below. If you have any questions, want to talk about anything, it's the No Guru Zone. You can send me an email too. I'll answer. support@stopstrugglingnow.com. That's easy. support@stopstrugglingnow.com or eric@stopstrugglingnow.com. Either way, that'll get me. And by the way, SSN Lifestyle, ladies and gentlemen, 2 hours and 35 minutes in, I mentioned it. But SSN Lifestyle, we still have Founders Club memberships left. On the Friday Night Live, I'm actually going to get into SSN Lifestyle Founders Club, talk about the reason why you should sign up in the Founders Club, and we'll go from there. And then we'll talk about, I don't know what the subject matter is going to be on Friday night, but SSN Lifestyle I'm going to talk about. All right. All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Tiffany Young. Thank you once again, everybody, for being here. Let's see. Of course, I'm going to run a video before we get out of here, right? Let's see. Which one are we going to run tonight? It's going to be the same one. Some people haven't seen it before, but I'll run something. Here we go. I'm going to run this one. All right. So let me take Tiffany's off the screen, and then I'll run this. And then I'll close out.
Come on, come on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday, Wednesday night live stream. And then Friday, I got you ready for the party. When I was younger, it was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I was out here partying. It was crazy. All right. But we were buying assets at the same time. Don't be fooled. That's why it was always a party. We had asset money coming in. Yes, even in my 20s. All right. That's how we got to do it. So keep that in mind. And with all that said, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. And that's why the SSN University, SSN Academy, we strive to help everybody with different ways to create revenue streams. And now it's the crypto space. Last year, it was stocks and crypto. This year, crypto has upped its game because of the DeFi, trying to get people's investments and money, and it's working. And they're working so far. We're expecting it to come back to a level playing field, meaning the interest rate coming down or the APY coming down, the yield percentage coming down to normal stuff. But what is normal? We don't know. You know why you don't know? And we don't know is because banks, they don't operate in front. They operate behind. We don't know what they do with our money. These guys are making billions of dollars a year. They could be doing the same thing that the guys are doing right now with this Wonderland DeFi, Olympus DeFi, with StrongBlock. They could be doing this exact same thing, turning $100,000 into millions. They could be earning this 30,000 APY or 7,000 APY per year. We don't know. But now crypto has allowed us to pull back the curtains and find out there's a way for ordinary citizens to make a lot of money. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to be rich, you can't talk about it. You have to do something, and you're going to have to learn. And you're going to have to risk something. It's nothing's for free. You got to take a risk. So you're going to find out who you are, because 3 years from now, 1 year from now, 6 months from now, just like in the last 30 days, by the way, I heard from a friend of mine that I told about StrongBlock. And they were like today going, did you see the cost? It's $800. Man, it was $550. I'm glad I got in. I'm like, yeah, you got the 10th that's earning every day has increased, and the coin has increased damn near 40%, 30%, winning both ways. Crazy. But anyhow, that's how it is, ladies and gentlemen. Got to take a risk when you think it's a good idea. And then some of you won't take a risk, even if it's a good idea. That's how it works out here in the real world. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.